Hi everyone. I just finished marking the last one of your instructor posts this evening. Thanks so much for putting so much effort into making sure that they were there on time. I wanted to just make a few overarching comments to everyone about what I was seeing. The readings were fairly chunky, so I know that it takes a while to get through and then to make sense of them. And 250 words isn't a lot in order to, really put your ideas together. It's not a lot of space. So thanks so much for working within those constraints. A couple comments about them just overall. Some of you are tending towards making some more sweeping generalizations or statements and some claims that sound more like opinions than they do supported academic arguments. And so you'll see comments about that in my response to you when I post them tomorrow. So keep that in mind when you're looking at formulating your next response for Module 2. That's something that we can improve on. Also, sometimes there was a tendency to try and mention 2 or 3 ideas, and within that space you just can't really do justice to fleshing out 3 different ideas. So try and focus on one thing for that 250 words so you can really do a good job of supporting it. And the other notion that I was looking for that I only saw a few times in some of your posts was the critical stance. And a critical stance doesn't mean you're pointing out the negative in a particular claim or an idea, but it means to look at an idea from different perspectives, many different perspectives, and also to kind of reveal and point to some of the assumptions that might be holding up that idea. So it's stepping away from something and looking at it from different angles and providing some insight that shows you're open to those other angles and that you can see them. So it's really developing a more nuanced reading of text and within your ideas. So I'd like to see more critical stance, and I think what you'll find is when you write from that perspective, rather than saying we should do this and we must do that and this is how education should be and everyone should teach, you'll start to see that there's more of a space of curiosity and more of an openness that starts to happen in the discussion. So keep that in mind when you're writing. Generally speaking, I think we're on the right track, and that was a great start. I'll be talking more throughout each module as we go through here. Whenever something comes up, this is a great way to highlight something for the whole class. If any of you want to talk about your post more specifically, feel free to just drop me a line and I'll send you either an email or we can chat, as I mentioned before. There were a couple issues, and APA isn't something that I won't look at that or take marks off for, but just in terms of getting into the practice of doing that, make sure you understand how APA works, and you may as well use it the right way in your post because it'll just kind of ingrain it as a practice in your writing. So if you're not sure, please check out those APA guidelines. Thanks. And looking forward to Module 2, you'll see that the assignments, all of them are up now. The rubrics, I'm looking for 1 exemplar for that final task. I've asked a student if I can use their work. So once I get permission from that, then hopefully I can share that and you can have a look at what a curriculum analysis looks like. Thanks again.